It was a rainy Monday morning, the kind that soaked your socks before you even reached the door. The kind that made everything feel heavier. But inside room 2B of Ridgewood Elementary, a soft warmth battled the gray gloom outside. Ms. Elena Carter, a 32-year-old teacher with a passion for making kids feel seen, stood at the front of her classroom. Her long cardigan hugged her frame, and her hands were chalk-dusted as she drew a smiling sun on the board, hoping it would lift her students' spirits, if not her own. She noticed him the moment he walked in, Daniel, a quiet boy with hollow cheeks and eyes too tired for a 10-year-old. He shuffled to his desk, his hoodie dripping slightly, and Elena's eyes dropped to his feet. Torn sneakers. The soles were flapping like mouths begging for help, and the socks inside were visibly wet. Daniel didn't complain. He never did. But Elena's heart broke in that moment. All morning, she tried to focus on teaching, but her eyes kept flicking back to Daniel's shoes. She knew his story. His mother worked 3 night shifts a week at the local diner. His father had disappeared 3 years ago. Lunches were sparse. Homework often incomplete. But Daniel never asked for anything, and that made it worse. He had learned how to disappear in plain sight. At lunch, while the kids lined up in the cafeteria, Elena took out her phone and opened a shopping app. Her thumb hovered over listings for boys' shoes, size 5. She remembered overhearing Daniel mention it weeks ago when a classmate teased him. She picked a durable pair, black, weather-resistant, something he could wear for a long time, and hit buy now. Same-day delivery. After school, Elena waited until the hallway emptied. She called Daniel to her desk. He approached with the same cautious step he always used around adults. "Daniel," she began, soft but direct, "I noticed your shoes. I hope you don't mind, but I got you a new pair." His eyes widened. "You bought me shoes?" She nodded, trying to sound casual. "Everyone deserves to walk with dignity, Daniel." The boy looked down, as if unsure whether to cry or run. But finally, he whispered, "Thank you," his voice barely more than a breath. Elena handed him the box discreetly, and Daniel slipped out the back door, clutching it like treasure. She thought that would be the end of it. A simple act of kindness. One student helped. No need for fanfare. But the storm that hit wasn't the one outside. The next morning, the principal, Mr. Harold Grimley, a man as stern as his name, summoned her into his office. His jaw clenched as he pushed a copy of the school policy handbook across his desk. "You purchased a personal item for a student. That's a boundary violation," he said coldly. "I paid for it with my own money," Elena replied, confused. Daniel needed shoes. His feet were wet. He couldn't concentrate in class. "That's not the point," Grimley snapped. "You crossed a line. We are not a charity. We are an institution. You've been warned before about emotional interference." Elena's stomach dropped. "You're firing me?" "Effective immediately. Pack your things." It felt like a joke. Like a cruel prank the universe was playing on someone whose only crime was kindness. But Grimley wasn't bluffing. That afternoon, Elena walked out of Ridgewood Elementary with a cardboard box and eyes full of tears. News travels fast in small towns. By evening, parents were whispering. Some applauded her. Others stayed silent. And a few, those loyal to the rulebook, agreed with the principal. Elena sat alone in her small apartment, scrolling through job listings. Her savings were thin. Her career might be over. And for what? A pair of shoes? But far away, in a penthouse office overlooking the skyline of New York City, someone else had seen the story. It started with a Facebook post. One of Daniel's classmates had recorded the moment Elena gave him the shoes, quietly, respectfully. The caption read, "Our teacher got Daniel new shoes today. She said it's because every kid deserves to walk with dignity. The principal fired her. The post went viral. Overnight, it hit 1 million shares. Thousands of comments poured in. Teachers from around the world voiced outrage. Parents posted photos of the small things educators had done for their kids. Celebrities chimed in. Hashtags like fired for kindness and teacher hero began trending. And then came him, Noah Whittaker. Billionaire. Tech mogul. And, more importantly, a former foster kid who remembered the exact moment a teacher once gave him a winter coat in 7th grade. That coat, he often said, changed everything. Whittaker read the post at 2 a.m. It stopped him mid-scroll. By 2:15 a.m., he had found her name. By 2:30 a.m., he had tracked down her school. By 9 a.m., he had her phone number. Elena was still in bed, staring at the ceiling, when the call came. "Hi, is this Ms. Carter? This is Noah Whittaker. You might have heard of me." Elena blinked, thinking it was a prank. The billionaire Noah Whittaker? "I prefer, grateful former student of a kind teacher, but yes. Listen, I saw what you did. And I saw what your principal did. I'd like to help." "Help?" she repeated. "I want to talk about building something. Something big. Bigger than Ridgewood. Are you free for lunch?"